Hi everyone, it's Mike from K-12 Leaders, and today we're going to take a look at some of the professional development tools that we've added to the platform that we hope you'll take advantage of. Within our groups and communities, you're already familiar with several of the ways you can interact and build community with your colleagues and friends. Today we're going to take a look at a particular function within these communities, and that is the ability to embed courses directly into those learning communities, so you can continue to collaborate with the people that you've shared an experience with as you've gone through various types of training and professional development. These groups are very much like any other, and in fact, you can add courses to virtually any type of group on the platform. In this case, this is a book study, and Quentin Shepard and Sarah Williamson have built their companion course to The Secret to Transformational Leadership here on K-12 Leaders, and we'll take a brief look at that today. The groups, as you know, can have a very dynamic discussion board going on in the news feed itself. We have our real-time chat and video conferencing solutions, as well as your member directory to specific topic-based discussion boards, and then areas to go ahead and share events and other resources relevant to that particular group. In this case, we're going to take a look at the course, and we have one course associated with this group. You could certainly have more courses, but in this case, we're just taking a look at The Secret to Transformational Leadership. We have the course summary. Xavier has already started this course. We have a link to the book itself. You can go ahead and purchase that book if you haven't already, and then we can go ahead and we can see that we have lessons, topics, assessments, skill exams, and what have you, going all the way through the 9 lessons associated with this course. We can support all sorts of formatting. You can get pretty complex and fancy with all of this. In this case, in some cases, simple is better. We just have links to supplemental interviews and discussions with Quentin for each lesson, and then a series of questions to go through in terms of an assessment, asking thoughtful reflections that you'll be able to archive and associate with any certificate that you complete and perhaps want to submit for PDPs or CEUs. So this is a pretty interesting way to go about your learning experience. Again, this is just through the group. If we go in again, you can see that we could be talking about any one of those lessons here in this news feed. Then we could also, if we're an instructor or if you're working with some students that you're taking the class alongside, you could go ahead and you could start your very own video conference embedded within the discussion, embedded within the group itself, and your notes will persist so that when you leave, your notes will stay there and be there for you when you come back the next time. These courses get designed through our professional development tools. You'll certainly be able to find content through your groups and communities as they develop, but if you'll notice, you have a link to the course catalog here. You can see that we're 11% through The Secret to Transformational Leadership, and we have a couple of other courses and a growing number of courses on the way. If you're interested in becoming an instructor and designing your own courses on the platform, we'll talk about that in just a minute. And then you have your professional development dashboard. In this case, Xavier is just taking the single course, so it's a pretty straightforward view, but we have a variety of reports that we can run to support all of this. And if Xavier is interested, or if you're interested, you simply ask to become an instructor. We'll go ahead and send you all the materials you need in terms of training material, commission structures if you're selling courses. If you want to co-author courses with other folks, we'll send those instructions on as well. But if we go ahead and we approve Xavier's application, we'll go ahead and we'll see that his dashboard has changed just a bit. Let's take a quick look at creating a course. And in this case, of course, Xavier doesn't have any courses yet because he just became an instructor, but he could go ahead and he could add a new course and build that out with lessons, topics, assessments, and what have you. And there are a couple of interesting ways to do this. If you want to build a library of lessons or topics that you could assemble into multiple types of courses or multiple courses, you can certainly go through it like that. In this case, what we'll do is we'll just take the easiest route, and we're going to build a course out of an existing playlist. You may have a playlist of content already on YouTube, and doing that, just pasting in that URL, you'll notice that it takes just a moment, but we were able to go ahead and import those 7 or 8 different videos into a course itself. The options here, you could either make your course open to everybody. That means that folks don't have to register for it. They're already enrolled. They just have to start. Or you can make it free, set it up to buy it now, and we have a couple of other options as well. And then you have an option for how you would like your students to go through the course. You could either say, one lesson right after the other, or you could make it more freeform. Then if we click Create Course, we have the course created. That's it. That's all you have to do. We've pulled in the details from YouTube here, each of the descriptions for each of the videos, and we can go ahead and structure that however we want. You have a nice editor. You can add your media. You can add a featured image. So if we want to go ahead and do that, we have our featured image. We'll go ahead and keep that uncategorized for the moment and click Update. As you go through this building process, you'll notice that you can drag and drop courses around. You can go through and edit them to some detail, create featured images for each of your lessons. It's really quite simple and powerful. So we're very proud of this. We hope you take advantage of it, either by taking a course yourself or by logging in and asking to become an instructor. We would love to work with you and support your efforts. If you have any questions, you can message me on the platform at Michael, or you're welcome to email me, mike@k12leaders.com.